You'd think you've seen the Bavarian Alps, but not like this. Garmisch-Partenkirchen hides a secret gorge, Germany's highest peak cable car, and even a royal hunting lodge you can only reach by foot. Stay with us, because we're going to show you how to do Garmisch-Partenkirchen right.
We have arrived in Garmisch-Partenkirchen.
And check out that view. It's absolutely amazing. We are surrounded by some of Germany's highest peaks. We're at Maria Guest House, and this is our view.
Not bad, eh?
Garmisch-Partenkirchen caught the world's attention hosting the 1936 Winter Olympics, but it has since captured the hearts of outdoor lovers as both a world-class winter and summer vacation destination. We spent a few days exploring the region and taking in the incredible scenery of the Bavarian Alps. We're at Neuschwanstein Castle.
Otherwise known as Fairy Tale Castle.
Make sure you come up early in the morning before it opens and you have the Marion Bridge all to yourself.
Look at that view. Isn't it beautiful?
So we've arrived at Neuschwanstein Castle and we have arrived before it's open, which is fantastic. We parked at the restaurant and now we're walking to the Marion Bridge for the view. So nobody's here. I'm very excited. Neuschwanstein Castle is one of the most popular destinations in all of Bavaria, and it's only an hour's drive from Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It's worth making a day trip to see it and the surrounding area. It's pretty impressive to see this castle that's built high on a rock and look over the water. It's really beautiful.
Now that was worth it.
Quite the gorge. You'll find parking at the ticket office at the base of the castle. You cannot drive up there during business hours. It's either a 40-minute uphill walk, a shuttle bus for about €3, or a horse-drawn carriage if you're feeling extra royal. Tickets cost about €21 to go inside, but you can walk around the grounds for free.
These are the beautiful views of the Alpspics.
One of the most popular things to do in the area is to go up the Zugspitze. This gives you a great view. There's a lookout platform up ahead and you can see all of the Alps. Make sure you come on up to the first one of the day because look at it's not crowded at all. The Zugspitze is a lookout point that takes you over 2 steel beams, creating a floating X in midair, hovering over a vertical drop of 1,000 meters. It offers beautiful views of Germany's highest peaks and the town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. This is highly recommended. It is so cool to be able to walk out over the mountains and look out over these jutting walkways. It's a very unique experience up here.
You can say that again.
There's more to the Zugspitze than just a lookout. When at the top, there's a cafeteria, hiking trails, places to rest and other lookouts, plus another gondola you can catch to do some more hiking into the Alps. Our Garmisch Classic ticket gave us the option to catch the Hockelbaum lift down to do another hike and see different views of the Alps. Okay, so we have the classic ticket, so that means we have a round trip any way we want. So we took the gondola up, now we've taken another gondola partway down and we're gonna go for a little hike.
All right, we're taking path 1A now to head down to the next lift. Let's go.
So what's really great about this area is that if you want to do some higher altitude hiking, you can just take up one of the lifts or one of the gondolas and walk along the many trails that are at the top of the mountains. It's a really great all year round destination.
Well, I really like the trails around here as well. They're well marked so that you can actually see where you're going and where you're going to, and they're well groomed. So whether you're a novice hiker or a more experienced hiker, you can still take advantage of different trails on the mountain.
The hike was an easy half-hour downhill walk that offered amazing views. Then we caught our final gondola back to the parking lot of the Zugspitze.
This is the first time I've ever had a gondola to myself.
Well, the Zugspitze really is a great experience, and make sure you get the full package so that you get the round trip. So you take the gondola up, and then you can take a Another gondola to another place. You can go for a hike and then you get another gondola down. So it's quite the adventure. Right here is the highest point in all of Germany. It's Zugspitze, and you can take a cable car up or a cogwheel train. If you want a great sunrise spot, come on out to Lake Eibsee. The reflections of Germany's highest peak are in the lake here behind me. It's just stunning. The clouds are clear, and it looks like we're going to have a great day. There's also fantastic hiking trails all around the lake, and you can hike to the next town. And we're going to be doing some hiking today. The village of Granau is another great place to base yourself. This Bavarian church is probably one of the most recognizable sites of the area. But there's a lot of hiking trails. There's the mountains, of course. There's Lake Eibsee. So this is another great place. There's lots of guest houses to stay here, places to eat, and it is just absolutely charming.
Now we're going to enter the Partnachklamm Gorge.
Oh, it looks oh so calm from here, but don't let that fool you. The Partnachklamm Gorge stretches 700 meters long with cliffs soaring 80 meters high. The entrance fee is around €10 for adults.
Wow, that's some serious water.
Depending on how fast you walk or how many photos you take, the gorge portion takes about 20 to 30 minutes to walk one way.
I'm thinking I wouldn't want to fall into that water, let me tell you.
It's a bit creepy. Make sure you wear sturdy, non-slip shoes and a waterproof jacket.
Now this is impressive. Cool rock caves come out to views like this. I'm liking it.
It's so narrow. This is way more impressive than I expected. I didn't really know what to expect, but this is a crazy gorge. Wow. This is scary to me. It's so narrow. And there's rushing water on the other side. It's cold, it's wet. This is the height of the wall that makes me comfortable.
That was awesome. What a great hike. And you know, like this whole area is so great for hiking. So if you come to the Partnachklamm Gorge, come here, give yourselves a couple hours, a half day, or if you're really into hiking, a whole day. There's trails all the way here. This 750 meter stretch is just one highlight of this area.
We're just 15 minutes out of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, just in a place called Kroon. Now there's a field here that has a lake and some huts, and it's really famous for photography. If you get up early in the morning, chances are you'll have fewer people than at sunset. And you know what? All around Garmisch, there's great places for sunrises and sunset. How can you go wrong with views like this? Come on out to Linderhof Palace. This was one of 3 palaces that was built by Ludwig II. That's King Ludwig II. And this is the smallest of them all. But also, a fun fact is, this is the only one that he lived to see completed. Ludwig was obsessed with King Louis XIV, and he modeled his castles after Versailles. This picturesque setting makes for a lovely day trip from Garmisch to stroll the gardens and walkways and take in the sculptures and fountains. Attell Abbey is another great stop along the Alpine Way. It's just about 15-20 minutes outside of Garmisch, and it was founded in the 14th century by Ludwig the Bavarian. He was excommunicated by the Pope because of his military ventures in Italy, but that didn't stop him from making a big abbey. Today it is still in operation with 50 monks in service here. Make sure you go inside to check out the dome ceiling and the pipe organ. The interior is ornate and beautiful. When you come to Bavaria, it's all about the hiking. There are so many trails through the mountains, the foothills of the Alps. If you want, you can go right up into the Alps. There's a lot of trails that go from town to town and hut to hut. So make some time to do some hiking when you come out here. Garmisch-Partenkirchen isn't only just a beautiful destination, it also has a lot of historic value. The 1936 Winter Olympics were held here, and behind me are the ski jumps from that time. You can tour a lot of the Olympic Village around here and see a lot of the history that's in the area. So I'm a little bit confused because behind me is supposed to be the Richard Strauss Institute. Now, Richard Strauss, he grew up in Garmisch. This is supposed to be a place that's open from 10 to 4 every day. It says private now, so if anyone else here comes in the future and can figure out if you can go into Villa Strauss anymore, let me know. So just walking along the streets of Garmisch is a great activity. There's lots of shopping. The buildings are all painted, making it really pretty. It's a very picturesque town. Really feels like you're in Bavaria. And there's a lot of places to eat. Indulging, yes. Yum.
If you want a real traditional meal, nothing really says it like schnitzel and potato salad. I can't wait to dig into this.
We're really loving our road trip here through Bavaria. And while you're here, you got to make sure you have beer. That's a must. And a traditional meal. Cheers. Another stop here is the Michael Ende Park. It was named after the famous writer who wrote Momo, and he also wrote Never Ending Story. I'm sure you've heard of that one. It was adapted into a movie, and it has sold 45 million copies. He was born and raised here. There's so much to do, so head on over to Richard Strauss Square and check in with the Tourist Information Office and see all the things you can check out around town. And that was our tour of all the best things to do in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. If you want more travel videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on that bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing.